What should we keep? As we transition out of the stay-home era, what have we discovered about ourselves, the people and the places close to home, that's worth keeping? I asked, and you are helping to build us a list.
Gratitude. Putting that right at the top of the list. Thank you, Laura. Being a chef instead of a cook. Dan, I love that. Brenda gave me 2. Let's keep the simplicity of life and the knowledge we can do more with less. Cleaner air, the pursuit of new recipes, daily walks. Peace wrote that she thought she worked for a greedy corporation, but they took care of every single employee. She adds to our list, appreciating my job. Time to think through things rather than just reacting. Kara, that's great. A craft beer a day. Cheers to you, Tim. We should keep the feeling of being grateful for the grocery store and the people who work in it, right, Barbara? Gio said this is the first time he's been able to open up about mental health struggles and asked that we keep that understanding. All the creativity, checking in on neighbors, more family time. Put another exclamation mark on that, Kalina. As for me, I think we should keep building this list.